the headline of Passage 3, The Benefits of Being Bilingual. Question 2731. Matching tables, tests and findings. In this type of question, the candidates are asked to fill in the blanks into tables where some tests and their findings are mentioned. There is a condition of writing the answer which is no more than 2 words. As these questions have gaps to fill in, you need to focus the words before and after the gaps. This will help you find the answers easily. Synonyms are important because the answers cannot be found as it is in the questions. Question 27. Observing the of Russian English bilingual people when asked to select certain objects. Keywords for the answer: observing, Russian English. When asked, select certain objects. In paragraph B, the keyword Russian English is found in line 10, so the answer should be somewhere around it. Line 9 mentions the word studying, which is synonymous to observing. The rest of the paragraph indicates selecting certain words like stamp or mica, so the will be studying eye movements found in line 9 and 10. So the answer is eye movements. Question 28. Bilingual people engage both languages simultaneously, a mechanism known as comma. Keywords for the answer: both languages, simultaneously, mechanism, known as. In paragraph B, where we found the previous question's answer, there are few words which match with the keywords for this answer. Here, in line 6 and 7, it is said that word recognition is, comma, not limited to a single language. Auditory input activates corresponding words regardless of the language to which they belong. This is synonymous to bilingual people engage both languages simultaneously. Also, mechanism equals phenomenon and known as equals called. So, the answer is language co-activation. Question 29. A test called the focusing on naming colors. Keywords for the answer: test, called, naming colors. In paragraph C, line 7 mentions the name of a test which is Stroop task. The following line has a phrase to name the color. So, the answer is Stroop task. Question 30. Bilingual people are more able to handle tasks involving a skill called comma. Keywords for the answer: more able to handle, a skill called. In paragraph C, lines 6 and 7, the author states, bilingual people often perform better on tasks that require conflict management. This means that bilingual people are better and more able to handle those tasks which require involving a special skill, and that is conflict management. So, the answer is conflict management. Question 30. When changing strategies, bilingual people have superior. Keywords for the answer: changing strategies, have superior. In paragraph C, line 14 and 15, the writer talks about switching between 2 tasks. This has a close relationship with the phrase changing strategies in the question. Then the writer says that when bilingual people do such tasks, they reflect better cognitive control. Line 17. So, the answer is cognitive control. Question 32 to 36. Yes, no, not given. In this type of question, candidates are asked to find out whether the statement in the question matches with the account in the text. Yes. The statement in the question contradicts with the account in the text. No. The statement in the question has no clear connection with the account in the text. Not given. Answers to these questions will follow a sequential order. So, if you find, for example, the answer to question 33, it means that the answer to question 32 is just before that. Question 32. Attitudes towards bilingualism have changed in recent years. Keywords for the answer: attitudes, have changed, recent years. Start reading from the very beginning of the passage. In paragraph 1, line 2 and 3, the writer talks about the negative attitudes towards speaking 2 languages. In the past, such children were considered. Then, in line 4 to 7, the writer says that the advancement in technology have helped to show that children who speak in 2 or more languages have several clear benefits. Last line. This means that the attitudes have changed. So, the answer is yes. Question 33. Bilingual people are better than monolingual people at guessing correctly what words are before they are finished. Keywords for the answer: better than, at guessing correctly, what words, before, finished. Paragraph B talks about the use of words while paragraph C talks about guessing words, but none of them shows any comparison on who is better in guessing correctly a word. There is no clear indication about the statement in the question 33, so the answer is not given. Question 34. Bilingual people consistently name images faster than monolingual people. Keywords for the answer: consistently, name images, faster. In paragraph C line 2 and 3, the writer says a completely opposite thing, that, for instance, knowing more than one language can cause speakers to name pictures more slowly. This line directly contradicts with the statement in question 34. So, the answer is no. Question 35. Bilingual people's brains process single sounds more efficiently than monolingual people in all situations. Keywords for the answer: brains process single sounds more efficiently in all situations. In paragraph D, the author mentions, when monolingual and bilingual adolescents listen to simple speech sounds without any intervening background noise, they show highly similar brainstem responses. So, there is a proof of one situation, when there is no intervening background noise, at the time of the brain processing of both monolingual and bilingual people is almost the same. The given statement is only correct in the presence of background noise, but not in all situations. So, the answer is no. Question 36. Fewer bilingual people than monolingual people suffer from brain disease in old age. Keywords for the answer: fewer, suffer, brain disease, old age. Paragraph F is the only place where the writer mentions the old age in terms of issues related to brain disease. But nowhere in the paragraph has the writer said anything about a comparison on who suffer from brain disease more bilingual or monolingual, so the answer is not given. Question 37 to 40. Identifying information. This question asks you to find information from the passage and write the number of the paragraph, A, B, C or D in the answer sheet. Just like list of headings, only read the first two lines or last two lines of the expected paragraph initially. If you find the answers, you need not read the middle part. If you don't find answers yet, you can skim the middle part of the paragraph. You might as well find some answers quickly now, as you have already read the passage to find other questions and got a thorough idea about it. Question 37. An example of how bilingual and monolingual people's brains respond differently to a certain type of nonverbal auditory input. Keywords for the answer: example, brains, respond, differently, type of nonverbal auditory input. In paragraph D, we find some information about brain responses. Actually, we already found it when answering question 35. There is a mention of simple sound which can be a close match to non-verbal auditory input, so the answer is D. Question 38. A demonstration of how a bilingual upbringing has benefits even before we learn to speak. Keywords for the answer: demonstration, a bilingual upbringing, benefit, before we learn to speak. In paragraph G, lines 1 to 3, we find phrases like very early, which matches with even before we learn to speak, 7-month-old babies growing, which matches with upbringing. In the last lines, there is a phrase imparts advantages, which matches with benefits. So, the answer is G. Question 39. A description of the process by which people identify words that they hear. Keywords for the answer: description, process, identify words that they hear. We have already read paragraph B, where the writer talks about how bilinguals identify words in lines 2 and 3. So, further reading may not be necessary. Just check again the lines. So, the answer is B. Question 40, reference to some negative consequences of being bilingual. Keywords for the answer: negative consequences, being bilingual. This is also an easier answer to find out because we have already covered it while reading paragraph C, line 2 and 3. The writer says, for instance, knowing more than one language can cause speakers to name pictures more slowly. So, the answer is